So I was doing a devotional a couple of days ago, might have been even a couple of weeks ago, and I was just really inspired and really encouraged. Um, I wouldn't say it's kind of a in a different way than I usually am. Um, I just feel like what I read was so powerful and encouraging to me that I want to share it, and it comes from John chapter 14, and it's just the first four verses. Let not your hearts be troubled. Believe in God. Believe also in me. In my Father's house are many rooms. If it were not so, would I have told you that I go to prepare a place for you? And if I go and prepare a place for you, I will come again and I will take you to myself, that where I am, you may be also, and you know the way to where I am going. And this is Jesus speaking, and he's obviously referring to heaven. In my Father's house, there are many rooms. Heaven. And if it were not so, would I have told you that would I have told you that I go to prepare a place for you? And the comparison that I made when I read this was to someone coming to visit me in my house. And would I invite someone to come visit me in my house for a couple of days if there wasn't space for them, if I didn't have a room for them to stay in? No. And so the invitation that Jesus is setting up for us is, I am instructing you to follow me. I'm giving you this promise of everlasting life because I have a place prepared for you in heaven. Jesus has a room prepared for us in heaven. And the more I started to meditate on it, the more my heart began to be filled with joy and encouragement. Because let's say I invite someone to come visit me for a couple of days, just a couple of days, but before their arrival, I'm gonna make sure that the space, the room that they're staying in is clean, is comfortable. I'm gonna make sure that they have the things that they need for their stay to be enjoyable, and that they're comfortable, and that they can relax and get away from their normal routine. And the thought process is, as I'm cleaning this and preparing this room, the thought process is, I'm doing it for this person. I'm doing it so that they can be comfortable. And to just think that Jesus is doing that for me, but not for me to stay for 3 days or to stay for a week. He's doing that for me to stay forever in eternity. He's preparing a room for me to stay in heaven for eternity. And as he's preparing this place for me, he's thinking about me, what I would like, what would make me comfortable, making sure that I would have everything that I need, because and another part of the depth of it is, I'm going to invite someone that I want to stay here. I'm not going to extend an invitation to someone I don't want to stay. I'm going to do it to someone whom I want to stay at my place. I'm going to prepare a room for someone who I love and I want to hang out with. And the more I started thinking about how I would prepare a place for someone, or why I would be extending this invitation to someone, I immediately do that comparison for Jesus to me in heaven. Jesus wants me to be there. He expects me, he anticipates my arrival. And it's just so encouraging because, yeah, I'm talking about heaven, and heaven is life after death. But to just think that Jesus is being so thoughtful about me, that he wants me to be there, just really encourages my heart. And not only does he want me to be there, but he anticipates my arrival because he's preparing a room for me. And I just want that to encourage somebody today, that Jesus is being thoughtful of you and mindful of you. And don't think of it as your death is imminent, but think of it as Jesus is anticipating to spend eternity with you. And for me, that encouraged me so much. So I hope that it does the same for you. And that's really all I have today. Peace.